everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is time for a Color Rush Studio design team project. So I am going to start with this beautiful plaid paper, and then I have cut out the exclusive cut file. One of them, actually there's three of them I think this month. Amazing. And this one's like a tic-tac-toe with hearts. And so I'm going to take this pink paper and I'm actually going to back the hearts. And this is how I back a cut file. It is not anything that is super thoughtful to me. I basically just stick it down to the piece of paper. I usually roughly fussy cut around it, and then I will do a more precise cutting. So I'm actually using these cute scissors that you can get in the shop as well. They obviously cut perfectly for fussy cutting, so that's been really nice. So I start with the center one because it's not attached, and then I move my way to the top and bottom, and I'm just going to do them all in the pink. I feel like the pink is going to stand out perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this final one. And like I said, I just rough cut around it, and then I am going to, once there's not so much stuff in the way, then I do my more close-knit fussy cutting of the cut file. And that's how I back the cut file. So I started with the hearts and the plaid paper. So the cut file is cut out on just a piece of plain black cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and sit that on top of the plaid paper. And I'm like, I really thought I had 3 pictures, but I only have 2. And this is of my husband. And this was our last night in Madrid. And of course, I'm going to take pictures. Well, by the end of this trip, I don't know if he was done with pictures. I'm not really sure. But he's no different than my kids. Like, I'm still going to take the pictures and I'm still going to document them. So if you want nice pictures, you should smile for me, right? So he's pretty much covering his face, but that's okay. I still love him. So the second way I'm going to back this cut file is I'm actually going to back it with the frazzles that you get in the kit. So the vertical lines I'm going to do in this black and white stripe. And I don't want it to fully be perfect underneath there. So you're going to see the frazzle coming out on both sides, and I'm totally fine with that. And I'm just going to take a little bit of my tape runner, put it down, and then put my frazzles down. And in doing that, it's like a temporary hold. I don't know that it would hold fabric very long. So I will go, when all is said and done, and add a couple of little dollops of some wet glue. So I'm going to do that for both of those strips first. And then, as you can see, I haven't glued down the cut file per se, because I'm still kind of working with it. So I can lift it up and move it around, and kind of make it work for me. So once I get the black and white stripes down, then I'm going to take the other frazzle that is the black and white polka dot, and it's a skinnier frazzle. It's not as thick as the black and white stripes, and it fits almost perfectly inside the horizontal pieces of the tic-tac-toe board. So I know those are going to go on top of the cut file. So now's the time that I can go ahead and actually glue down my cut file. And so I try to glue down basically the big pieces. So I glue down all the X's and the hearts, and then I'll go in with some wet glue and glue down the other bits and pieces if they seem to be sticking up at all. So for this one, I decide I'm just going to go straight for the wet glue. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the center. I did contemplate kind of maybe doing like a weave, and maybe having it go like under and over the lines. But honestly, when I was thinking about it, when I draw a tic-tac-toe board, I do the 2 lines down and then the 2 across. So I basically am doing the cut file as if I was drawing it myself. So I'm going to go ahead and get those down, and I will trim down my photos just a little bit, and then I will tuck them underneath, and I'm going to put it in the blank spot on the top as well as the blank spot on the middle, and then I'm going to use the blank spot on the bottom for my little bit of journaling. So I knew that these were a little too tall, and I could have like stuck them underneath the frazzles a little bit, but as you saw, I used wet glue, so that makes it a little more difficult. I decide not to back my photos. I think they're just fine the way they are. They have a bunch of black in them as well, so I feel like they read just as good as like the X's and O's, so I didn't feel like it needed anything else. So I'm going to go through the ephemera pieces, and I'm going to start with this kind of clipboard, and that's what I'm going to use for my journaling spot. So that is where my journaling is going to go. So I knew that to start out, I wanted to do some decoration in this kind of empty spot. And then I decided to decorate all of the hearts. So I'm going to go through the ephemera pieces, and we get so much in this kit. It's so awesome. And so I'm pulling out kind of all the lovey-dovey things. I decided to pull out the chocolate as well as like this little candy piece, because why not? I think the only thing we had for dessert here was like a little limoncello shot that was complimentary at the end of the meal. So, but it's food. It doesn't matter how you look at it. I add a banner to the middle, and I'm going to put the word hugs and kisses. So I thought that was perfect. You know, X's and O's, hugs and kisses. It worked for me. In the upper part, I've got a banner that says love and a little floral. I knew I wanted to pull in one of these fabric hearts that are in the kit, as well as some of the wood veneer. I love all the textures. So we've got fabric, and we've got the frazzles, and we've got the paper, and we've got the wood veneer. I just like all of the stuff on there. So I'm going to go ahead and place those in a couple of spots, and then I'm going to go off screen and I'm going to glue everything down. So there is my final layout. I hope you enjoyed this. Head over to the shop and get your hands on this kit. Hopefully they're not sold out yet. And for anything else, you can use my code Crystal10, and that will save you 10%. And then check out the Facebook group and Instagram for all of the inspiration from the design team and all of the members of the Kit Club. So that is going to do it for me today. Remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next week. Bye.